Good morning, Staff Sergeant Jarvis. So, we realize that after this deployment, you're going to have severe separation anxiety. You're going to miss us very much. Obviously, me the most. So, we decided the best way to help you out with your anxiety is to read you this book. And here it is. Mog, the Forgetful Cat. So I'm going to lead off. Once there was a cat named Mog. She lived with a family called Thomas. Mog was nice but not very clever. She didn't understand a lot of things. A lot of other things she forgot. She was a very forgetful cat. And you see here she is with the Thomas family. Sometimes she ate her supper. Then she forgot that she had eaten it. Sometimes she thought of something in the middle of washing her leg. Then she forgot to wash the rest of it. And here she is, washing her leg. There you go. Once she forgot that cats can't fly.
Oh, this book is for Sergeant Jarvis, but most of you should forget the cat with a flap. The cat the flap led the kitchen. In the garden, Mog could go out. And again it was her own little door. I know you love kittens. The garden always made Mog very excited. She smells all the smells. She chased the birds. She climbed the trees. She ran round and round with a big fluffy up tail. And then she forgot the cat flap. She forgot. She had a cat flap. She wanted to go back into the house, but couldn't remember how.
Hey, Sergeant Jarvis. We got Mo the Forget-It Cat. Cute catty. Good kitty. In the end, she sat outside the kitchen window and meowed until someone let her in. The catty's outside. Afterwards, you could always tell where she had sat. This made Mr. Thomas, that's Mr. Thomas, because he's very sad. Sad kitty. He said, bother that cat, but Debbie says she's nice. Because she's a nice kitty. Nice kitties outside. Then look at the kitty. Kitty. Once Mog had a very bad day. Even the start of the day was bad. Mog was still asleep. Then Nicky picked her up. He hugged her and said, nice kitty. Kitty. Nice kitty. Mog said nothing, but she said was not happy.
Alright, I hope you get this. This was breakfast time. Mog forgot that cat have milk for breakfast. She forgot that cats only have eggs as a treat. She ate an egg for breakfast. Mrs. Thomas said, bother that cat. Whoa. It's right here, as you can see. Right here. Debbie said Nikki doesn't like eggs anyway. Mog looked through her cat flaps. It was raining in the garden. Mog thought perhaps the sun is shining in the streets. When the milkman came, she ran out. The milkman shut the door. The sun was not shining in the street after all. It was raining. A big dog came down the street. Mog ran. The dog ran.
Mog ran right round the house, and the dog ran after her. She climbed over the fence. She ran through the garden, and she jumped up outside the kitchen window. She meowed a big meow, very sudden and very loud. Mrs. Thomas said, bother that cat, Debbie said. It wasn't her fault.
Mog was very sleepy. She found a nice, warm, soft place and went to sleep. She had a lovely dream. Maud dreamed that she had wings.
She could fly everywhere. She could fly faster than the birds, even quite big birds. Suddenly, she woke up.
Mrs. Thompson said, "Bother that cat." Debbie said, "I think you look nicer without a hat." Debbie gave Mog her supper, and Mog ate it all up. Then Debbie and Nikki went to bed.
Mog had to rest too. But Mr. Thomas wanted to see the fight. Mr. Thomas said, "Bother that cat."
Mog thought, "Nobody likes me." Then she thought, "Debbie likes me." Debbie's door was open. Debbie's bed was warm. Debbie's hair was soft, like kitten fur. Mog forgot that Debbie was not a kitten.
Debbie had a dream. It was a bad dream. It was a dream about a tiger. The tiger wanted to eat Debbie. It was licking her hair. Debbie shouted, "Mog jumped, Mr. and Mrs. Thomas said, "Bother, bother, bother, that cat." Debbie said nothing. She was still crying because of the bad dream.
Hey, Sergeant Jarvis. Alright, we're going to read you a page here. Mog ran out of the room and right through the house, and out of her cat flap she was very sad. The garden was dark, the house was dark too, and thought dark thoughts. She thought, "Nobody likes me, they've all gone to bed, there's no one to let me in, and they haven't even given me my supper." You know, Mog kind of sounds like you, very dark and disturbed. Anyway, thanks for everything you do, and I hope that nobody else ever steals your jerky again.
So, this page is Mog and a burglar. Kind of scary stuff. We'll see what happens. Then she noticed something. The house was not quite dark. There was a little light moving about. She looked through the window and saw a man in the kitchen. Mog thought, perhaps that man will let me in. Perhaps he will give me my supper. Look at Mog. She just wants some supper, is all. I don't know why.
Then she noticed something. The house was not quite dark. There was a little light moving about. She looked through the window and saw a man in the kitchen. Mog thought, perhaps that man will let me in. Perhaps he will give me my supper.
She meowed, her biggest meow. Very sudden and very, very loud. The man was surprised. He dropped his bag. It made a big noise and everyone in the house woke up. Mr. Thomas ran down to the kitchen and shouted, "A burglar!" The burglar said, "Bother that cat!" Mr. Thomas telephoned the police. Debbie let Mog in and Nikki hugged her. See, the burglar dropped all the things and the cat is scared.
A policeman came and they told him what had happened. The policeman looked at Mog. He said, "What a remarkable cat. I've seen watchdogs, but never a watch cat. She will get a medal." Debbie said, "I think she'd rather have an egg."
Mog had a medal. She also had an egg every day for breakfast. Mr. and Mrs. Thompson told all her friends about her. They said Mog is really remarkable, and they almost never said, "Bother that cat."
So that's it. We read through the whole book. Everybody's excited because they had an opportunity to help you out through your time of need, bud. We know that you're going to miss everybody very much, and the separation anxiety that you're going to have is going to be strong at times. Please know you can come back to this book anytime and read along with us at The Adventures of Mog the Forgetful Cat. It is a good book. If you read it from left to right, it's Mog the Forgetful Cat. Cat, right there. Okay. Take care, bud. We'll see ya. Ha ha!